All right. Hello again, and welcome to another episode of the Fun Fans Podcast. I'm your host, James Dillard. With me, as always, my co-host, Bailey Jackson. How you doing, Bailey?
I'm good. I'm good. A little soggy today, but we'll make it.
Yeah, we needed some much-needed rain here in the Carolinas today. We have a great show. We're going to get to our Christmas and bowl season stuff coming up. We'll take just a minute to thank our sponsors and partners for a great 2023. We're going to pause for a second, remind you and others. We're going to take time to make sure we remind everyone of those who have supported us. And of course, we're going to talk about how fun it is to be a Clemson fan. But first, the Fun Fans are a proud part of the Fanboys Fangirls Sports Podcasting Network. If you're a true sports fan, the Fanboys Fangirls is perfect for you. Find various nationwide podcasts and other sports media at thefanboys.com and on all forms of social media. The Fun Fans Podcast is the official podcast for Clemson fans.
And Ruben's Food, Sports, Spirits, and Catering, the best wings around, with two locations in the upstate, 1083 Batesville Road in Greer and 11028 Anderson Road in Piedmont. You can find them at rubensc.com, and it's just a great place to eat. And it's also home of the Fun Fans.
Home of the Fun Fans. Yeah, so like I said, I want to take a minute. I was just telling Bailey that we're kind of the year 2023 is pretty much coming to an end. And I want to pause and take a second, a minute to thank our sponsors and our partners and point out to folks that, kind of how things are working around here. If it was not for Rubens and Diamond Edge Products, we would not be able to do what we do here. And even with their support, this y'all see how low budget of a production it is. So we're always looking.
What are you talking about?
I think you do a great job, but
and December is the 12th month, and so it is technically the end of the year.
It is the end of the year, and we just hope that you guys will support our sponsors and our partners. So rubensc.com, we buzz through the spot every show, every week, but make sure and support those guys and tell them Fun Fans sent you. You can email Jalen at diamondedgeproducts.com or just find Diamond Edge Products, on the internet, on social media. Tell them the Fun Fans sent you. And we definitely appreciate Rubens and Diamond Edge Products as our main sponsors that keep us going. Some other partnerships that we have, you guys see us throw up the Dubby energy drink. Now, we appreciate what Dubby can do for us, but they're offering us opportunity. But just FYI, if you do not go to dubby.gg and order something using promo code FUNFANS and get your 10% off, the Fun Fans do not benefit. So if you enjoy the show, you want to support the show, go get you some Dubby energy drink and use promo code FUNFANS and help us out here, and that will be greatly appreciated. And as you see scrolling across the bottom, we are partners with the Fanboys and True Victory. Now, I've purchased 2 items now from True Victory, and that stuff is super comfortable. But if you go to truevictory.com and you enter promo code the Fanboys, and you'll get, I think it's 15% off for that, and you'll get a great product, and you're supporting the group that we're a part of. So you're in part supporting us and definitely supporting the group that we're a part of. And you can support the Fanboys just by finding them on social media, going to the website, and following their podcast, liking their social media pages. We have like a dozen or so different podcasts from various sports. It's mostly college, but it is a bunch of different colleges. So check them out. You can support them, and which also supports us, and we will greatly, greatly appreciate that. Now, some of the other partnerships that we've had, and this is more where, we are supporting these guys. If you remember, we had these former Clemson rowers on the show that come June, these ladies are going to row from San Diego to Hawaii. They're going to row the Pacific. And we get nothing out of this other than we love helping folks, but they need help. So just going to remind folks of our, I'm going to say, partnership with them. You can go to unitedrow.org and follow their journey. And just in case you were wondering why in the world they're doing something like that, they're raising money and drawing attention to the Hear Her Roar women's athletic initiative at Clemson. So this is some good cause stuff.
Yep.
We've had Gayla McGinnis on here with Gayla McGinnis Designs. It's the hats. If you remember, she's a cancer survivor. That led her to start designing hats and selling hats and helping her and helping other cancer survivors out. So find Gayla McGinnis on our social media. We had Candace Heatherly, who was also a cancer survivor, and she has a cause. It's called the Comfort Cause, where she makes gift baskets for people as they're going through the chemo. She sent one to my mother-in-law, and she knows exactly what those folks need because she's been through that. And you can support her if you find the Comfort Cause. She has a Facebook page, so check that out. And then finally, I don't know how we landed this one, but we've kind of gotten partnered up with Lee Newton, and she seems to be taking off in the country music scene. And she has a new show called Coffee with Lee. And, it hadn't happened yet, but she says she's going to let Bailey and I own the show. That could be pretty interesting. Some local TV, be kind of like Wayne and Garth, maybe.
Yeah.
Local syndicated something. But please support those folks that we're just trying to help, but definitely support the folks that support us, and that'll help keep our show going deep into 2024. So speaking of 2024 and our show, let's get to some college football we had yesterday.
Well, let me interject real quick. If if people out there know somebody that is affiliated with the upstate of South Carolina with Clemson University, and they want to be part of this, just reach out to us. We take all comers. We're good to go. We're ready to talk. And we'd love to have you here on our show.
And that's exactly right. And like I've just gone through the list, it works both ways. We're looking to support folks because we know that the more you give, the more you'll receive. So if you need something promoted, we'll do our best to help you out with that. And, hopefully that'll in turn help us out. But somebody thinks they need some advertising, we're here for that as well. So as you can see going across the screen, just email me at jdilla7791@gmail. All right. Thank you, Bailey.
Sorry.
Army. No, that's perfect. I actually meant to say that and forgot. Teamwork. Did you watch any of the? That's right. So here we go. We could talk about the game, but I'm going to talk about the uniforms. Did you see these things at all?
No, I had a very, very, very busy Saturday. So, kind of worked from about 8:30 a.m. to about 9:30 p.m. So didn't see that, but heard about it and read about it.
So it was pretty cool. So as every red-blooded American knows, when Army Navy plays football, we are all winners. But the Black Knights defeated Navy 17-11, which is, an odd but typical score, I guess, for those schools. But these uniforms were on point. The Army comes out there looking like a bunch of Humvees, is what I was thinking. They just ready to run stuff over. And it says they're debuting the Dog-Faced Soldiers kit created as a tribute to soldiers of the 3rd Infantry Division. Just in case you didn't know, this year marks the 20th anniversary of the Marine Division's beginning of Operation Iraqi Freedom. So that goes back to when Bailey and I were even younger, back in the day. So it's been a while doing that. So a little story behind those really cool uniforms. And Navy had, my daughter said the helmets looked like they took them to Myrtle Beach and had them airbrushed. But they were cool, man. They had like a submarine on one side and a sonar in the middle and the Navy anchor thing or something on the other. But the midshipmen paid tribute to U.S. Submarine Force. The uniforms were designed to specifically embody the group's nickname, the Silent Service. So thought that was pretty cool. And if you missed it, at least go check out the uniforms. If you're listening on audio only, we had the pictures up there, but those weren't the best pictures in the world to get a really good look at that. So I had a kind of a busy Saturday. I had a holes in. I got to watch about the first quarter of that. And the bowl games, but we did have college football. And then this coming Saturday, the bowl games start. Now I know good and well, I'm putting this up here not to try to read any of it because I know good and well it's too small, right? You can't read that. Nobody can read that. But this is a graphic of every bowl game. And it just kind of shows how many there are. And they start this Saturday and they go all the way through the playoff games in January. So it is the most wonderful time of the year. And you know what you need going into bowl season?
A little energy.
Lots of energy. So this is the plug, like we were speaking of earlier. Please go to w.gg or scan this QR code, enter promo code FUNFANS, get 10% off for your Jitterless energy drink. And they have shakers and bottles and stuff. And like I said, I'm a user. Is that a good word?
I guess it depends on what you're talking about, but W would be okay.
Yeah, I'm a W user. So I definitely, and like I've said before, it's a little more refreshing in the middle of the day for me when I need that little 2:30 pick me up than a cup of coffee. I love coffee, but you get the different flavors and it's a little more refreshing of a pick me up with some W. All right. Bailey, I've been doing all the talking, but we're about to talk Clemson basketball. So I'm going to just turn it over to my man, Coach Jackson.
Well, even though I was busy yesterday, I did stream the game in the lobby of the gym where I stayed for the 2 hours it was on. And another huge win for the men's basketball team. And they played up in Toronto, Canada. It was some Hall of Fame classic. There was a game before Purdue played somebody, but TCU was also undefeated. Clemson back and forth in the first half and then pulled away in the second half, and that's their 5th victory away from home already this year. And Clemson won 8 games away from home last season, but the 5th one didn't happen until early January, so we're ahead of schedule. And it's the best start since the 2008-2009 season. Now, they're good, like we talked about, because they went on their run when P.J. Hall got in foul trouble. So good teams have guys step up, and they've got a couple guys that are out injured that they were counting on. But next up is Saturday at Memphis. Memphis is coached by Penny Hardaway and has had these top recruiting classes. And I think Memphis is like 6-2, and ESPN actually has Memphis predicted to win, but evidently they hadn't been paying attention. Because Clemson is doing what they have to do now, playing tough games on the road at neutral sites, wherever, to make the NCAA tournament. And
I was going to ask you about that. I mean, I know there's times we won a lot of games before we get into the conference play, but apparently I don't know that we're playing Alabama's and TCU's. So this is not
Alabama
normal.
Was part of the ACC SEC challenge, which was new this year. We usually play a Big Ten team because there used to be an ACC Big Ten challenge. But TCU was a thing we were invited to. I mean, we got a great win against Davidson in a tournament earlier in the year. UAB is not terrible. So those will all at the end of the year, they'll be quadrant 1, 2, 3, or 4 wins based on where those teams are. And right now there's a lot of quadrant 1 wins because the Gamecocks were undefeated. TCU was undefeated. And Memphis is probably a tournament team down the road. So, hey, that's why you play the games. You know, you don't want to schedule, as Dick Vitale used to say, a bunch of cupcakes, which Clemson used to do.
Right.
But, it makes you tougher for down the stretch because they're not going to win every game. They're not.
Right.
The ACC's tough. You got road games at different places. But I think Clemson is one of the best teams in the ACC right now, for sure. And then
we will definitely.
Men, the soccer program, the women finished in the top 4. The men are now playing in the national championship game tomorrow at 6. The 9th seed is the Clemson men's soccer team, and they will play the number 2 national seed Notre Dame. And Clemson's won 13 in a row.
So is this an all ACC championship?
Yeah, they met earlier in the season. Notre Dame won 3-2 in September at Notre Dame. Clemson won the 21 national title, and it will be the third time they've appeared in the title game since 2015. So a great run by the men's soccer program as well. And it's the sixth time in the history of the program, and they're trying to win the fourth national title in school history. So good luck, boys, or
tomorrow
lads,
night,
as they say.
At
6
Louisvle.
o'clock.
All
Yeah,
right,
and I mean, just a little thing that I noticed. The field didn't look good at Louisville.
I couldn't tell whether it was indoors or outdoors. Was it outdoors?
Indoors. It was not in good shape.
Yeah, okay.
And then they turned around and played a game on it right after that too. And you know, and it's like we talk about the football playoffs. I went down on the field at Clemson after the last home game. It was not in good shape.
Right.
Not at all. Like this was a weird year for ryegrass, just to go all grass growing on you because of the, it got cold, it got warm, it got, so anyway, but the field was not in great shape. You talking about playing a playoff game in December. If we change formats like we are, if you're a home team, you got to play. So, that would have been a situation where they might have decided that whole place for that game.
Yeah, you never know. And that'll be something to talk about as we have time to talk more about next year's football, because the 12-team playoff and the structure and everything is going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be super fun. But that's for a different show. What time of year also, what we do this time of year in addition to bowl games is we need to get a little Christmas shopping in. So we need to work in. We're here to help and we're here to give. Like I was saying earlier, we're servants of the people. So we're here to give some tips on Fun Fans Christmas shopping. Okay, so we're going to give our tip and with some explanation. All right. The first tip is have an outlet. Something's going to bring the shopping to an end no matter what. Okay, so you got to there's got to be a dental appointment or a dinner or there's something, because you don't want to go just until otherwise you'll go till the stores close, and that could be devastating.
Not me.
This one can be helpful, but this one sometimes takes a lot of cooperation to have a list agreed upon before leaving the house. Like who are we shopping? If you can at least get it to who we're shopping for, that can limit things to a reasonable amount of time. Now this one's one of my favorites. You have to offer to drop your wife off at the door so she doesn't have to walk, which the rest of that means you just go park somewhere and stay in the car. You can watch bowl games on your phone or basketball or whatever. That's one of my favorite. But you're being very chivalrous by offering to drop her off at the door. So that one works out pretty good. Always working a meal.
What if there's a spot right there and you see it and you're trying to get it before the next car?
Well, I mean, you could get that, but then you can still stay in the car if you've offered. I mean, offering sometimes is the main. It's the thought that counts.
You just keep working on you just keep going through your list. I'm gonna give my list. It's short.
Okay. You work in a meal, and once again, that if there's no definite end to the shopping, the meal can occupy a good hour and a half and help get closer to the when the stores close while you're enjoying a restaurant. And then the last one, this is a for real legit tip for shopping. You got to be ready to order online from the store, like inside the store. And you might be ordering from that store, but sometimes that's just to get what you need. You just got to pull up the phone and just do it right then and there.
Yep. So here's my tip. On this device that we have called a computer, you can go and you can do 100% of your Christmas shopping at your computer. Then this brown truck or this Amazon truck will come up your driveway and drop the box off. Then it's already in a box.
It's already in a box. Sometimes you can pay a little extra and they'll wrap it.
All I do is wrap it.
I've ordered them wrapped before.
They give me such a hard time around here about the way I wrap. I said, what are you talking about? You're going to tear it off and we're going to throw it away.
It's going to tear it up anyway. That's right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I found wrapping paper at Goodwill the other day.
Was it used?
No. It's still in the plastic.
That can
A
be
dollar? Yes, please.
Yes,
A
please.
dollar? Yes, please. What does it matter what it looks like?
Not nothing to me, but we're just on that note, we went to order something today and shipping not available for this particular product. So that
Pickup only, huh?
that was bad.
I mean, that's the way I like to shop too. If you got to go pick it up, you pull up, you tell him you're there, and out comes the guy with my golf club or whatever.
There you go. And then finally, and this is maybe due to my diagnosed traffic anxiety.
For sure.
You just got to be ready for the traffic. And what I mean by be ready is just got to know it's coming. You got to know you're going to sit at lights longer. You're going to sit in lines longer and not get all upset because it is the Christmas season. It's time to be cheerful and merry. And speaking of other things being cheerful and merry, we are definitely lining up some cool guests. We're in talks with NFL alumni organization here in South Carolina. And there's just so much Clemson sports and college football things to still talk about. We've already mentioned we're going to be on Lee Newton's new show, Coffee with Lee. Bailey, did you have anything else to add?
About what?
About what was going on? What was going on with Clemson?
No, it's great. It's a great time to be a Clemson Tiger. It always is, but it's really good right now.
So we're going to have our bowl special next Sunday. Last announcement. A week from today is going to be the Fun Fans Bowl special. It's going to be a surprise.
You need to tune in for that one, people.
That one's going to be legit. I don't know if we'll talk about football at all, other than the fact that the football teams get together at bowl games.
I will be coming to you live from Orlando.
Yeah, and we're planning on doing that too. Not next Sunday. You're gonna be. Oh yeah, you'll be in Orlando next Sunday. But we're also trying to put something together where we'll broadcast from Jacksonville once we get down there. But next Sunday will be the bowl special. And you know what else is special?
Diamond Edge Products. We mentioned them earlier, but you know what? Jalen knows all the details. So check her out. Email Jalen at diamondedgeproducts.com. They are officially licensed partner with Clemson University. You can get anything you need engraved, just about. Maybe not your children or your car or whatever, but you can certainly get things that you need to stuff. It might be too late to get them stuffed in the stockings by now. It is December the 10th, so Christmas is right around the corner, but you never know. Email Jalen. She'll be able to help you out.
That's right. So we appreciate you joining us. Hope you enjoyed the shows. Just another reminder to support our sponsors and our partners. And remember, we're always looking for more. Liking, sharing, and stuff on social media is a help. But placing an order with some of the partners and going to their place of business, telling them the Fun Fans sent you is even better. Do not miss our bowl special next Sunday. Join us each and every Wednesday and Sunday. As far as I'm concerned, we'll keep coming back throughout the bowl season twice a week as long as we can. And we appreciate you checking us out. Make sure you like and subscribe to Fun Fans Podcast on the YouTube channel and your favorite podcast platform. Follow us on all forms of social media and please share. On behalf of the Fun Fans Podcast, Jay Thrilla Entertainment, the Fanboys Fangirls Podcast Network, and Bailey Jackson.
You know, talking about next year, like Dabo says, the best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.